Bryan and Keel hanging out with you on 540 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com. The Milwaukee Brewers, a couple of weeks into the season, only half a game out of first place. They've surprised a lot of people in southeastern Wisconsin. They're off to a much hotter start than anyone could have anticipated. Just want to toss that out a little bit here today. 800-990-3776 is the phone number to get in. What do you make of the Brewers' hot start? Keo, what were your expectations going into the season, and then how much have the Brewers been able to surpass those expectations through 14 games?
Well, Brian, to be honest, like most people here in Milwaukee, my expectations for the Brewers this year was pretty low. And so far from these first couple of weeks, they really impressed me. So far, like the last two games against the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, they won both those games. I just find that completely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, defeating the defending World Series champs, obviously a difficult thing to do. Why do you think they found the success that they have through the first portion of the season? What's it been? Has it been the pitching? Has it been the hitting? What do you think is the key for why they've had such a hot start?
I think the key is probably the hitting for me, because I was just looking at the statistics, like with Eric Thames hitting his fifth straight home run against the Cubs yesterday, which I found was just like pretty insane, because like makes you wonder if he can even keep this up, because if he keeps this up, they could possibly be a surprise in this season in the National League.
And Eric Thames is somebody that kind of burst onto our radar here in Milwaukee after the Brewers signed him in the offseason from South Korea. He played a couple of seasons over there and put up some video game numbers. And it's been interesting to see how he's been able to pick up the Major League Baseball game after a couple years off so quickly. My only worry would be that he falls off the map a little bit after such a hot start. After last night's game, you mentioned it, Keo, he hit a home run in his fifth consecutive baseball game last night. He's leading the major leagues with 7 right now. And John Lackey, who's the pitcher for the Cubs, came out after the game last night and kind of tongue-in-cheek accused him of taking performance-enhancing drugs. What do you think of that accusation? Now, that's a pretty serious accusation, Keo.
Yeah, definitely very serious. And I know a lot of people in Wisconsin are like, if that is the case, hopefully it isn't. We don't want to have another scenario like Ryan Braun again, because that was a pretty ugly situation, finding out that he kept denying that he took performance-enhancing drugs, but even when it was discovered that he actually was one of many Major League Baseball players who actually did take performance-enhancing drugs, and he made several people look bad, including Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who backed him up from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want another one of those situations in our city of Milwaukee. And not just that from a reputation standpoint, but you want to know that the production that Eric Thames has shown over the first 14 games is for real, that it's not phony, that it's not aided by performance-enhancing drugs. And if it is for real, it could mean great things for the Milwaukee Brewers this season. Give us a call at 800-990-3776. You can tweet at us at ESPN Milwaukee. Your thoughts on the Brewers' hot start to the season. They'll hope to continue it tonight against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. First pitch at 7:05.